This time on Whatever We Want. I feel like I do the same voice every time. This time on Whatever We Want, we talk about
WandaVision, episode 8, baby. Also, just a little. First of all, spoilers, major spoilers.
Yeah, big boy spoilers.
We talk about just everything, like who was that person that Wanda saw in the Infinity Stone?
What is the meaning of life?
Yeah, who is the post credits with like that special like cameo. Potentially. Also, just want to give a heads up that Daniel's audio kind of like cut out halfway through, so we might be using like some backup audio that I have recorded. So the audio quality might like kind of fluctuate a little bit. Apologies for that. Thank you for your patience and bearing with us. Really appreciate it. All right, enjoy. PreBanter, PreBanter, Peter Butter. Daniel, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good, my dude. Just actually entered a contest on Sketchfab for a robot challenge, and I don't think I'm gonna win, but I think I might be like one of the runners up.
It looks really cool. I actually have it in my notes to check out this on your like through your art stuff. Like check it out at Sketchfab. Because, like, it's really cool. I have that in my notes for PreBanter.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Also, in PreBanter, I literally, just before we started recording, found Instagram post that was, like, explain a plot badly. And it's a plot for WandaVision, and it's a woman holds an entire town hostage because her sex robot was destroyed.
No, I think that's actually pretty accurate. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, one last PreBanter thing. So,
Yep.
You know how Evan and Tyler, which have both been on the package,
Our friends.
or if you haven't,
Yes.
listen to those episodes, go back and give them a listen. They just got a VR headset, and
Oh, yeah.
we were trying to convince Jake to join us for some multiplayer VR stuff. So in the comments,
I was a little intoxicated.
Yeah, you were.
At that time.
well, you don't have your
You were trying to convince me.
you don't have your Rift set up. You gotta get it set up again. So I'm like,
I know. It's tough in my small apartment room.
no, that's true.
Yeah. All right, anyways, ready for the intro?
Yes, hit me with it.
You may want us to talk about this or that, but we don't care. We're going to talk about whatever we want. Blah. Welcome back to Whatever We Want, the podcast where we, Jake and Daniel, two devilishly handsome gentlemen, talk about movies, giving behind-the-scenes insights, also TV shows, giving filmmaking techniques, behind-the-scenes trivia, all that jazz. What are we talking about this week, Daniel?
Episode 8
Of WandaVision? What'd you say?
I said WandaVision. You did not hear me.
Oh, it cut out for me.
Oh.
No, I just heard episode 8. I was like, okay.
Let me just do it again, just in case. I think I saw an audio wave, but
no, it's just a Discord thing.
There you go.
Yeah, I heard it that time. All right, thanks. Now, but yes, this one's titled Previously On. It was a big exposition episode, and also just kind of like retconning, going back through, and kind of setting up the grand finale.
Yeah. Definitely.
Which is like the next episode. Although there have been rumors that there's like a secret episode or something. I doubt that there is, but I don't know. What are your overall thoughts of the episode?
Dude, it is so freaking sad. So sad.
Dude, I know.
Like,
I like kind of forgot. I watched this on Friday and I was like, this episode was like okay. And then I rewatched it. I was like, that was a really good episode. And it was sad. Very sad.
It's just tough going through like all the trauma that Wanda's character has been
Yeah.
through, you know? Because she's literally lost everybody, you know?
Yeah, she's like Thor.
Yeah.
But like because she's like she before the show was like kind of like a minor like more side character. You never really like thought about it. And especially like we'll get there later, but like when we see her parents die, like that was intense.
That was intense. That was freaking intense.
But we start in Salem, Massachusetts, 1693.
Yep.
Like Salem witch trials, all that.
Back in the witch trials, but this time it's the witch coven doing their own trial against Agatha.
At first I thought it was like a witch trial, and they were like, "Are you a witch?" And she was like, "Yes." I was like, "What? No, that's not what you want to do." But then they were like, "Oh, we're all witches." I was like, "Oh, okay, it's cool then."
Like, what would happen if she said no?
Yeah,
No?
yeah, like, "Oh, you're fine."
And plus, that's her mother there, so like she obviously knows.
Yeah, why did she
like,
ask?
Like, why even ask that question? I don't know.
It's part of the ritual. That's how that gets started.
Are you not a witch? We need to do this capture real quick.
I'm a cop. You have to tell me. Yeah.
But yeah, so Agatha's put to the stake here pretty much.
She says that like she's practiced dark magic and the rules bent to her power. So like that's kind of interesting.
I feel like she was like just being egotistical when she was saying that, but at the same time,
the blue beams turn purple, Daniel. So you never know.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the dark magic. I feel like she's temporarily with like.
Yeah, purple's evil.
It definitely did something to do the dark stuff.
Yeah.
Dark. Which, you know where else we've seen purple?
Royalty associated with purple?
I was going to say Dormammu.
You're right. Dormammu.
I don't want to say it's related because I don't know if she's pulling.
And also, there's only so many colors, so there's bound to be some connections between colors.
I'm just saying it's a possibility. We don't know.
No, yeah. We're just covering it. So if it is true, like we're like, we called it. 100%.
We called it. Yeah.
Just name other purple things. Grapefruit. If it's connected to grapefruit somehow.
Thanos.
Or Thanos. Yeah. Then we'll be. I think Daniel. Let's be real. I think grapefruit is more realistic to get connected to this than Thanos. Like, come on.
That's true. She ate so much grapefruit, and she just, dude, it just went straight to her powers, you know?
I mean, speaking of fruit, this is actually a nice segue. They kind of all of her sisters, like, kind of crippled and, like, raisined out pretty much, like, dried out, you know?
Oh my god!
Wasn't that a good segue?
That's a perfect segue, yes. That's exactly what happened to them.
We're back, baby.
It was so creepy because they all died.
They did, like, raisin out. That's, like, I feel like that's what happened.
They raisined out, dude. They were, like, oh my goodness.
It kind of reminds me of Tangled almost. Like, does she need to consume magical beings to, like, stay young? And, like, has she been doing that since 1693?
I guess so.
Maybe.
If you think about it, yeah.
I don't know.
Which is weird to think about. Either that or she made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, maybe. Also, something I noticed in this part was, like, the Mother Witch, when she's, like, performing her magic and, like, flies up, she like a magical, like, helmet almost, like forms
crown?
on her head. Yeah, it looks kind of like what the Scarlet Witches does in, like, the comics and stuff.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's what they're going to kind of, like, explain later on, because in this episode they made it sound like the Scarlet Witch was, like, a title rather than just her character name.
Yeah, it's like a myth.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if those, like, magical crowns, right, like, are assigned to certain...
Like a higher powered witch or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
But to be fair, wouldn't Agnes get them, or Agatha, because she, like, beat her mom?
I don't know. Here's another thing I'm also curious about. Because, like, Wanda in an earlier episode, I'm not sure if she said this, like, legitimately or not, but she said that her outfit was based on a
Sokovian, yeah, fortune teller.
So I don't know if that's how they're going to be like, this is why she has that crown, because it's a fortune teller.
I don't know, because I also heard that, like, Elizabeth Olsen really pushed to have, like, a comic accurate suit at one point, so that could just be, like, the excuse because, like, Elizabeth Olsen just, like, really wanted it. So, like,
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah. So also, like, right at the end, Agatha, like, picks up, like, a pendulum, like, thing off her mom's neck, and she's actually wearing it,
like, yeah,
like a pendant or something. She's wearing it in the present day, so I don't know what that is or if that's any significance, like some power thing.
I feel like it's a relic. Like, we've seen relics before in Doctor Strange, where,
yeah,
like, if there's something that has magical importance, you imbue it with magic. That way, it takes on the force that the human body couldn't. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like there's something with that charm.
Maybe that's like her source of power. So maybe that's how, like, she's staying young all this time or something. I don't know.
Something like that. I don't know. There's still a lot we don't know about how Agatha's being played in this version, but
yeah,
there's definitely a lot about her that people have been kind of right with. You know, like, remember earlier in episodes when we saw, like, her kind of doing, like, a hand thing with Vision? She was definitely trying to do something there, you know?
Yeah.
And now we can say, oh yeah, it was Agatha all along.
I really like Agatha, like, in the present here when she makes fun of Wanda's accent, like, where are my children? Like, and it just pretty much just poking fun at the MCU, like, yeah, that accent's so on and off again. I like, literally laughed out loud when I was watching that for the first time.
Yeah, it's just great. Like, every time that they poke at it, and I was just like, literally breaking the fourth wall. And she's like, yeah, Wanda, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah.
I've literally had, what did she call him? Pietro? Because he's
Pietro. I loved that. Fake Pietro or Pietro, as I call. I also laughed aloud at that part.
That was so great.
So does that mean, like, he's not the X-Men version potentially, or I don't know?
I don't know. I don't think so. There's still a lot unknown with that.
Yeah, she also could just be, like, straight up lying. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing.
She's a villain. But also a big thing I noticed here was, like, Wanda's magic isn't good here. Like, there's a basic protection spell. So, like, I think that just also helps set up the big takeaway, which we kind of learned throughout the episode, is that Wanda was a witch before she even interacted with the Infinity Stone.
Yep.
Or, like, had some, like, witch capability or powers, but, like, the Infinity Stone kind of, like, awakened that and probably, like, boosted her powers, like, possibly exponentially.
Yeah.
But also, it's also interesting to know that, like, those basic, like, runes that, as she called them, like, the fundamentals, like, are, like, keeping Wanda's powers at bay despite, like, having the Infinity Stone boost or whatever. Also, Wanda has never been trained, like, I don't know, conventionally in, like, witchcraft, but is still so powerful.
Yeah, like, how to use the magic properly. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's, like, kind of winging it, I guess, forcing it.
It's like raw power.
Yeah.
You know?
Brute forcing it, pretty much.
Really cool to kind of see. I mean, it makes sense, you know, like, because if I feel like I feel like she's not just a Scarlet Witch because of the Infinity Stone thing. Like she was obviously a witch before that, like we said, right?
It's because her powers are red.
Oh my god! But no, I feel like she was like already in the role of the Scarlet Witch before the Infinity Stone encounter.
Oh, really?
And then like the Infinity Stone enhanced it even further. You know?
Okay, but I think that could be an option. I think it could also be like the Scarlet Witch was like, I think that might have had to have happened through the Infinity Stone. Like that's why she's so powerful. Like maybe she was just gonna be like a normal witch, or like I feel like she was going. Her powers were gonna, like Agatha said, like her powers were probably gonna like die off because she never used them or was trained until the Infinity Stone like unlocked it. So like I don't know. I feel like it was probably like meant to be that like the Infinity Stone made her the Scarlet Witch. I don't know.
No, I agree. I agree. There's the fate aspect of it, but I still think she would have still been the Scarlet Witch,
like destined to be, yeah.
But like she would not have been as powerful before the encounter with the Infinity Stone. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But either way, it happened. So we have her now, and now she's able to alter reality and conjure. As we saw, she literally conjured Vision out of her freaking essence, I guess, because she was.
Yeah, that was insane. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get to
that. Next, though, we like. Agatha talks about like mind control and transmutation, like how they require like years of practice.
And she's been able to do everything like auto control or autopilot.
Yeah, and but also on such a huge scale, like the entire town of Westview. So just that just shows like her raw power kind of thing. I wonder, like I saw a theory that someone said, like I wonder, like because Agatha like doesn't know what's going on. This is also an episode of Agatha like kind of figuring out like what the heck like is happening and how have you done this. Finally, like after she revealed herself, and like I wonder if Agatha like once she realizes like, oh my gosh, this is the Scarlet Witch. I wonder if she's like, I might be in over my head kind of thing for this.
Well, no, that's another thing. I feel like Agatha's character is because she's been trained, like she knows what she's doing. Yeah, I feel like a lot of her ego is going to be built on that.
True.
I mean, we see her being able to manipulate and control Wanda through the whole memory sequence, right? And she's still manipulating Wanda through her kids.
Yeah,
which we see at the end there, which may or not be real.
I don't understand why Agatha like went outside. Like, why wouldn't you stay in that like protection haven where like Wanda can't use her magic? I mean, it's probably so like the next episode can happen and there could be a big fight. But like,
well, yeah,
I don't know.
But I feel like there's something still that we don't know.
You know? Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know if I think Agatha honestly might be the big bad because I don't think I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they'd reveal like something like, and now there's Mephisto like just in the last episode. Like, there might be something like connected with like Hayward and something, or like I've seen a theory that like White Vision or like Hayward's like Ultron and like White Vision is like trying to get Ultron back or something. I don't know. But anyway, sorry. Back to the tank. So. I just wanted to comment before we go into like Monsters Inc. world where we go through all the doors and stuff. Agatha's like really powerful. Like she like yeets Wanda into the wall and like that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like it's crazy to see like the difference between somebody who has like she's powerful, right? But she's also trained.
Yeah.
Wanda is like just pure power, you know?
Yeah, like the Hulk almost.
Yeah, so it's like it's almost like the fight between the enraged Hulk and Iron Man, right?
Yeah,
because you has full mental control, knows what they're doing. Versus something that's completely just raw.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like seeing that now with like magic.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
But yeah, so we start the Monsters Inc. sequence, as I like to call it, and we go to Sokovia. Do you get why I'm calling it Monsters Inc.? Because like they're going through doors.
Yes, I know, because all the doors. Cool. Yes.
I thought it was funny, and you didn't chuckles. I didn't know. But anyways, yeah, I feel like Agatha, the actress, like she kills it this episode. Just like I feel like all this witchcraft stuff could be like really cheesy, like come across that way. But like I think she does a really good job. I love just like watching her as like she's watching Wanda's past. She's just like always like has like this weird look. Like I literally have like the thing pulled up, like the thumbnail for the episode, and like she just looks like so funny. Like she just is like, what the heck is happening? As she's like trying to also watch and figure it out. Also, Elizabeth Olsen did a great job, I thought, like going through the time periods, like
and having all that emotional baggage.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
In your face again. Oh my god, dude! Like it was amazing the ways that she was portraying, because it was so, again, it's like raw and realistic, like how you're facing all of your worst moments.
Yeah, all of like literally just reliving all of your trauma. Like that's, oh my gosh,
it's terrible. Another thing when it comes to Agatha, right? Not only in this episode, but we've seen it before in moments like when Wanda was talking to the boys about when the dog died, and she's like,
Sparky.
As much as we hate it, we can't bring people back to life.
Yeah.
And the boys are like, yes, you can. And then Agatha was like, genuinely like, you can do that?
Yeah.
You know, it's there's like a genuine curiosity from Agatha to try to figure out what is going on. kind of begs the question, because we saw how Wanda made Westview, but
Yeah.
we didn't see how Agatha got in.
That's something I definitely want to talk about later, like with the paper and everything, like because Agatha was there from the very beginning, like episode 1. But like I think she says at one point, like at the beginning, we might have skipped over it, but she says like I was drawn, like I sense like a huge spell had been cast, so I like came to like, she didn't say that, she said like she basically said like I sensed a huge spell, like a bunch of spells have been cast.
It was like the servants in the forest,
and I was drawn to it. Yeah. So like I don't know, like if so that makes it seem like she sensed it and then came here like immediately to check it out. That's my potential theory, but I don't know. Like she could have like influenced Wanda to come there and already had set up or something. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing, I don't know.
Anyways, back to Sokovia. I thought it was very convenient plot-wise when they're talking Sokovian and then the kid's like, oh, on TV night, we only speak English. I was like, ah, cool, thanks. That's convenient for the English audience.
Yeah. Also, I thought it was convenient how the mom looked out the window, saw like all the fighting, which I guess happens all the time, but still it's like right outside your window. You're just not going to do anything.
It's like TV night.
Yeah.
We also see that like Wanda was influenced by sitcoms for her entire life. Like that Dick Van Dyke Show, like a lot of the sets looked pretty much exactly like the 50s and some of the 60s
Yeah,
stuff.
like it's exactly the same. Yeah.
Which was like, it was like scary how accurate that was. Just cool to see that influence.
Which just goes to show like how like, it's a really good job done by the set design. You know,
Yeah.
Being able to like literally draw from those influences and then being able to recreate and use them. I forget if you showed it to me or if I saw it online, where for those old episodes to get the right contrast with Vision, what they actually need to do was to paint them blue.
Really? No, I did not know that. I don't think I showed you that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's just so that way they could get the right contrast when they were doing the post-processing stuff to get it.
Yeah, the black and white stuff.
Be the grayscale. Yeah. Which I thought was cool. You know, it's a cool detail.
But yeah, people, especially for like black and white, like people just think, oh, you slap a black and white filter on it. It's very like there are different iterations with like contrast with black and white. It can honestly be a lot tougher because when you're seeing in color and black and white, I mean, just like basically like eye science. I don't know too much about it, but like rods are what you use to basically experience like light and black and whiteness, kind of like, I don't know, like brightness pretty much. And then the cones in your eyes are what you use to experience color. So when those two are like kind of working together, I feel like your attention's spread out between them. But if you're just seeing black and white, you're very much just using like your rods and kind of just
using my rod.
Yeah, but you're just seeing like the brightness. So you have to pay very special attention to that.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
And like you don't have color to like kind of lean on to help you with that in film and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, so the sitcoms, we see the explosion. We've heard about it before, like that killed their parents and trapped them.
Yeah, but we never like
seeing it.
Saw it.
That's a whole different level for the trauma. And like the Stark missile,
it lands there and it beeps. Oh my god!
Yeah,
the beep was the same beep from the toaster from what was it, episode 1 or 2?
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
I did not even notice. And they had that blinking red light, which is what was the only sense of color. Oh, that's such a cool tie back. I didn't even realize that. Oh,
boom!
Oh, that's so cool. Boom! You looking for
this?
Oh, that's so bad. But yeah, I also saw like it makes sense, like this like kind of like retcon that like Wanda was like used her witching power to like a probability hex is what Agatha said to like make the missile not go off, because like Stark missiles are like known for working. So I feel like that completely makes sense that like the reason they survived is like Wanda like
made it happen.
Yeah, with like her witch basic powers as a kid. I think that I really like that retcon. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. It's also just weird thinking about how like Wanda perceives it, you know, because like she doesn't know that she's doing these things
right
from that early age, but she was able to do it. Which then also the biggest question, like, was her mom a witch too? Did her mom have the ability, or is it like
dad a wizard? Her dad's Harry Potter confirmed.
Which then also brings the question to Quicksilver, right?
Magneto's a wizard.
I mean, technically, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, like Quicksilver, like how would that genealogy?
He's a fast wizard.
Affect him?
Yeah, I mean,
because he doesn't do like magic, but like he does have.
But he also survived the Infinity Stone encounter, which they said like no one else had.
Yeah.
So it could be like his genes like also has some like wizard witch thing, or it could be because Wanda's connection to him is so strong, her like protection against the Infinity Stone like extended to him. Maybe, I don't know.
That's true. No, either of those could be true.
Yeah. But yeah, so we Monsters Inc. to the Mind Stone experiments, which we were just talking about.
Yep.
Who do you think that figure was like that appeared? I think it's like Wanda's future self, like as the Scarlet Witch. but I think it also could potentially like maybe be Agatha's mom or something. But I'm leaning towards like
No, it was definitely Wanda.
like you know what I'm talking about, like
It was Wanda.
yeah, like when it's like the bright yellow light and you see like a
Yeah.
figure for like yeah.
Here's the biggest thing, right? It's either going to be Wanda from like her future self, right? So whether she is able to actually like don the Scarlet Witch costume,
Yeah.
that's like MCU-ified,
Right.
not just like the Halloween episode, or it could be her from another universe, which that's another thing that people have been talking about. Like, what if it's like 616, like reaching out to her or something like that?
Interesting, like through the Mind Stone.
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it's that because I think it's a little bit too much. If anything, I feel
like you need like the Space Stone to like do like any travel like that.
Well, the reason why I think it's her from the future is because we've seen other people interact with the Mind Stone during Ultron, right? Or one when she had her abilities,
right? And Tony,
yeah, and they saw the future or some version of it, right?
And because Wanda's like so connected with it and powerful, she might be able to see like even further into the future. I don't know.
Exactly. So I feel like it has to be like a future version of her in that situation.
What do you think of the whole idea that like on the security tape, it was pretty much like
it cut out?
Like, is that like her cutting it? Like she's censoring the show potentially, or
I feel like it was the Mind Stone that did that time.
Okay, but do you think like the Mind Stone censored the whole event? Because it looked like there was a shot where like the scientist like stood up for a second and like the yellow light was like reflecting off of them as it was happening before we cut back to Wanda. So like, did they see it with their eyes? But like the security tape like just does not.
No, they definitely saw it with their eyes because they were rewinding it and they're like, "What happened?"
Right.
We don't have it, you know? So
okay.
For when it comes for them doing the research, right, they need to have that recorded. That way they'd be like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, their coworkers are going to think they're insane.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, guys, okay, this woman walked in there and the stone exploded into this yellow, glowy figure. And there was just, oh my God, there was this angel.
Meanwhile, the tape is just a lady falling over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think it was in the next shot when she's in like the next like mini scene where she's in the prison like solitary. I thought it was really cool when like she uses her powers to turn off the TV, but it's like revealed in the reflection like it's her past self, then her present self, and Agatha. Like that was a really cool shot. Like
yeah, that was
the
really
reflection.
good shot.
Just wanted to mention that. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about before we Monsters Inc. to the next scene?
No. I mean, other than that, it was just Agatha like trying to dig deeper into the next spot.
Yeah. All right, so Daniel's power just went out. I have been recording a backup, so hopefully that's all right. The audio quality might be a little different around this time, so apologies for that.
Sorry about that. Thank God I wasn't in like VR or something when that happened. Come to think of it.
Oh, that would have been terrifying.
Like I was just doing something, and then I don't know where
like, pitch black.
All sound goes away.
I just went blind. All right. Anyways, what were we talking about?
We were going Monsters Inc. from the experiments to the
Avengers facility.
Avengers, yeah.
Yeah. I remember they walked in, and I was like, oh, we're at the Avengers facility. And then Agatha was like, where are we? And then she was like, the Avengers facility. I was like, yes.
She's like, oh, Wanda, moving on up.
Yeah. I honestly really like this part, like, with them bonding.
Oh, yeah, dude, this line that Vision says. Oh, my goodness.
Dude, yeah. Honestly, like, just, like, especially, like, with everything that just, like, happened with my dad and stuff, like, talking about loss and, like, Wanda saying, like, the wave repeatedly crashing over, it was like really tough to hear, but I really liked what Vision said, like, what is grief if not love persevering? Like, I absolutely loved that line. Like, whoever wrote that or came up with that, like, that like made me feel really good and a lot better. Like, I absolutely love that, and this whole like scene.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Vision, the people who write for Vision, man, they really hit it with those quotes. Like,
yeah,
it's something not beautiful because it lasts, and then like,
yeah,
it's just like, come on, my guy, you were born literally like a day ago, and you're like a philosopher. Like, come on.
Yeah. So then they Monsters Inc. to S.w.o.r.d. And I really like how she just blasts the door open. She's like, don't worry, I got it.
Oh, anyway, I got it. So anyway, I started blasting.
And we found out that Hayward lied, that Wanda did not steal Vision.
Nope.
She just said goodbye. It looks like at this point, though, Hayward like gave up on trying to bring Vision back because he was like in the process of scrapping the vibranium down for parts and stuff.
That's the thing. I feel like what he did,
unless this was like a bluff.
Yeah, it was like a bluff to get her emotional because I think he wanted her to steal it.
Okay.
Right? Because he brings up in the conversation, he's like, not every one of us has the ability to bring back the ones the ones that have died, right? So he literally has him taken apart, and like, I mean, I'm sure he's been taken apart before to, you know, study him, but like on display as he is, with people going like full on in with like whatever saws are using is on his forehead for some reason.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess it has to be like vibranium saws to cut like vibranium, probably.
Cut vibranium, yeah. Either that or maybe Diamond. I don't know if Diamond
I
would
don't
be able to
know.
cut through that vibranium. I don't know, but
It's like Diamond to Netherite upgrade.
but I feel like it was all just a show for him to try to get Wanda to the point to where she would take Vision, right?
And
'Cause
she
then-
didn't.
Well, we've seen him use vibranium trackers before with vibranium decay.
We have?
Yeah, he was tracking.
Oh, yeah, with Vision. Yeah.
Yeah.
With fake Vision. But,
Yeah.
So, wait, does that mean Wanda, like, that means Wanda actually created, like, actual vibranium then? Like,
Yeah.
this new Vision is actual vibranium. Wow, ooh, that's interesting.
Well, we've seen her reconstruct DNA and other or cellular level.
Yeah, but
detail.
vibranium's, like, the rarest metal on the earth. Like, and she just made it. I mean, obviously, I know it wasn't just like, oh, I just made it one day. Like, it's, like, a testament to, like, her love for him and stuff. But, like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's also real if he's able to track it. Like, so that's also interesting.
Yeah. But the fact that we know that he's knows how to track it and was technically prepared to track it because he has the technology, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he wanted to take it, you know?
Right. Yeah. If he was, yeah, that's true. If he was prepared to track it, like,
But she didn't.
Yeah. Also, does that mean that like the Vision inside is decaying? If like,
Well, technically, yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure vibranium has its own radioactive decay, but it's not any different than like anything other.
Gotcha. I thought it meant like he was like himself. Vision was just like slowly decaying or dying or something. Okay, that makes sense then.
No.
Yeah, like a half life of like an element or something, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Like technically,
Yeah.
humans. I'm not sure if we have half-lives because we're not like actively radiating, but we are radiating energy.
I mean, technically, at some point, we cross over the halfway point in our life.
Well, yeah, that's true. Midlife crisis.
Yeah. Oh, but dude, this parallel when she like breaks the glass and comes down, and she's like, "I can't feel you," like crying, because literally, like,
I'm like, oh.
a few weeks ago in her mind was when she was alone with him on like that holiday, and she's like on that vacation, and she's like, "All I feel is you." Like, oh, I've seen so many like posts about that, and just like that parallel.
The hurt, pain.
Spain, but the S is silent. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just she goes back to her car and there's a note there. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
she got that because Vision might have had it like in his possessions or something like that.
Do you think like the way she looked at it, it looked like a little, she was like confused at it. Like, do you think like someone potentially planted that? Like, I don't know if like Agatha potentially planted that.
That's another thing. Like I feel like that could have been like the spark to get this started, right?
Yeah, like
So I feel like it could have been done by Agatha.
I also don't know why Vision would choose this like plot in this, like, this town looked pretty run down. Like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's what they talked about, but like,
Maybe he just wants some homie, you know?
Maybe,
Also, he's
yeah.
an android. It's not like he knows.
yeah. Also, can Vision grow old? He said to grow old in, like, what happens to him? Does he just like get dusty and like need to upgrade his processors or something?
That was true. I don't know.
Has some gum and then just eats it one day.
Gets all gunked up, can't do anything.
Yeah.
Too much gum. Oh, I'm out.
Yeah, but then we get to the huge like explosion from Wanda where she like
Yeah.
erupts and like builds the house and then creates the hex and creates a new Vision like from
herself.
Like, I heard a theory that like this is actually like the soul of Vision. Like, I heard a theory that like when Vision was killed in Infinity War, like his soul somehow, because like of his connection with Wanda and like her powers, like may have potentially like transferred to her, and like because like when like Vision's being created, it's like not just her red power, like it's the yellow, like it turns into like that yellow, I don't know, like weird lines that like
Yeah.
I feel like could potentially be like the Mind Stone, like Vision's potential soul, not just like her red magic. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
No, I think that's a possibility. I mean, there's a difference there, right? There's like there's different energy from like the Scarlet Witch power to the actual Soul Stone, or the Soul Stone itself. No,
Mind
Stone itself. So that's the thing. This is technically isn't the Soul Stone. That's what the point I was trying to get to. It is the Mind Stone. So I do think it is Vision's soul, but I'm like, obviously he doesn't have his memories. Like he said before, like he
feels like it's happened to someone else.
yeah. So what I feel, what Marvel's more fan service, everybody, they're going to combine him with White Vision, right? Which I'm pretty sure happens in the comics
Really?
at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it does.
And then he's pretty much brought back because the White version has his memories, but has like no emotional attachment or soul or anything.
Yeah, White Vision, even in the comics, is just like a soulless, like emotionless
husk.
Vision. Emotionless, I
Yeah.
should say.
But as we've seen, like this version of Vision that we've been seeing in Westview, like he obviously is like, he's one, cognitive of the situation, two, like he's curious and like still wants to like help people, which is like what his nature was when he was created, right? So
Right.
it's going to be weird to see how that might alter when he combines with White Vision, or if. At the same time, another thing to talk about is the reality, or not reality, the Mind Stone that he currently has.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
in Westview. Like, is that...
Did she create an actual Infinity Stone again? And, like, would that throw off the balance of, like, there's only one Infinity Stone in the universe now? Like...
Exactly. So... Multiverse of Madness, am I right? But yeah, that's just stuff to think about, you know? Like, this last episode's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But anywho, we were at her explosion.
And then, yeah, basically, yeah, we see,
Agatha's, like, claps, and she's like, bravo! You know?
Yeah, and then she takes her outside, and like Agatha's full witch mode. Like her hands are like the tips of her fingers are like black or purple, and
yeah,
she says, yeah, like I figured it out. Like you were supposed to be like a myth. You're using chaos magic, which is like big in the comics. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, it's actually the specific type of magic that Wanda uses. It's using like chaotic energy.
I don't know much about that
to
like create things, right?
Yeah, but like for example, House of M was completely based off of chaos magic, where she was able to
destroy all the mutants.
Yeah. So,
yeah. But then, as we learned previously, Wanda has never been called the Scarlet Witch. Like, she doesn't have any funny aliases or anything. And now Agatha has been like, "You're the Scarlet Witch." Like, she said the thing.
Everybody, she said the thing. She said the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to see how in this incantation of it, it's incantation. It's not a. I guess that kind of works as this is magic, but
it's very magical.
That's not what I meant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Iteration of it.
Yeah, iteration.
This incantation of it. Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch.
How they're making it like a title, not
like
just
a myth, like a prophecy or something.
Yeah, exactly. So that's also going to be weird to see how that unfolds. I feel like that in itself might actually go deeper in with Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Because if there is some kind of prophecy or some kind of thing that revolves around her position, right? She might actually be written as, I don't want to say like a Jean Grey, but kind of like the Phoenix Force, you know?
Yeah.
It's definitely not a Phoenix Force. I know it's not that. But I'm saying like the way that the plot unfolds
from X-Men
could kind of go that way.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. But then we get the post-credits. We see White Vision. So we might get a Vision v Vision. And we said like in the comics.
Oh, we're definitely going to get a Vision v Vision.
It's like Vision. It's like Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. It's Vision and Mecha Vision. Even though Vision's already like an android.
It's going to be weird to see how they fight though. You know.
Yeah.
And like if White Vision has like similar abilities or not to than what Vision had.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's interesting, like how Hayward said, like they brought him back, like they said they tried reconstructing him like a million times, but like now they had to infuse it with Wanda's powers that when she like struck the drone. So that was interesting that like even just like her, like just a little bit of the remnants of her powers, not even in Westview, can like
affect something like that,
be used to bring back the real Vision body. Yeah.
Does that mean like what was it, Midas touch? Like Wanda, anything like Wanda does her magic on?
Anything she touches just becomes Vision.
An unlimited power source? Or yeah, it just becomes Vision. The whole world is Vision. Oh man, that'd be so funny. It's like Ego, but it's just Vision's head.
Oh my gosh. That'd be a little crazy. But I also, so like, you know how like Paul Bettany's been like, yeah, there's this one like cameo that like.
And it's just himself.
One guy I've never worked with. Yeah, what if he's talking about himself? Like, because he said like, we have great chemistry on screen. What if he's just like hyping himself up? Like, that'd be the biggest like
that'd be
troll.
So dude, that's something I would do, honestly.
It's a great actor. I've always respected him, admired him, wanted to work for him. We have great chemistry on screen. It's me.
I feel like, okay, so here's the thing. If there is another character, though, I'm still in the Mephisto train myself. I think he's in there somewhere.
All right.
It's what I feel, you know? I feel like if he's going to be shown off at all or even hinted at, like, directly, it's going to be like a end credit scene like how Thanos was, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's going to be a thing where it's something like that. Like I think Agatha is going to be like the quote-unquote big bad here, right?
Yeah.
But in part, she's still related to Mephisto because she's talking about Ralph and all this other stuff. So
yeah. What are your thoughts on like the theory that like Hayward is like Ultron reincarnated, or is like trying to get Ultron online through Vision's body or something like that?
I don't know about that. I mean, I could see it. I mean, it could definitely go that way, but I don't think it will.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but I've just heard that theory. I know what you thought of it.
Like, it makes sense.
Because I don't think that makes sense. Like, Ultron, I don't know if it made sense, because, like, I mean, just, I'm thinking, I don't know, logically, like, Hayward lives on Earth, and Ultron wanted to destroy the Earth, so I don't know if that makes sense, like, to bring that guy back. Unless maybe Hayward's thinking, like, oh, I'll just, like, escape to the S.W.o.r.D. space base or whatever.
Well, no, what I mean is, like, if Hayward is, like, some kind of weird version of Ultron himself, or, like, in part Ultron, kind of like how Hank combined with Ultron to become Ultron later on.
Hank did? What?
Yeah, Hank Pym.
Oh, in the comics.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, who the heck is Hank? I was thinking of, like, the scientist lady, like that. I was like, what? Her name was Hank?
No, I'm saying, like, he could take, Hayward could take on that role of, like, trying to, like, morph into an Ultron type figure.
He's a Power Ranger. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. We've solved it.
But I don't know. I don't think it's going to go that way.
All right. What do you think, like, Monica Rambeau, Pietro, Darcy, Vision, Jimmy Woo, like, what do you think, where are they?
Okay, so...
Start with Pietro and Monica.
Okay, so they're outside. Monica's going to go in, but Snooper's going to snoop. So I feel like they're going to have, like, a little mini fight or something like that. Give me the next person.
Darcy and Vision.
Okay, so
Vision flew away. He was, like, flying home.
Vision's on his way back home, so he's going to see the fight that's going on.
But he couldn't follow through the Monsters, Inc. doors.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he's going to see...
He just hasn't back yet.
He's going to get back, but he's going to see the fight, and he's going to be like, okay, what's going on? And then he's going to end up helping Monica, because he's going to be like, Wanda needs help, or something like that.
Darcy and Jimmy Woo. Darcy's gonna roll up in, like, the freaking, like, taco truck or whatever she's in.
Yeah, like, super late.
No, she's gonna hit Agatha and just, like, get the killing blow with the taco truck.
That would be I would be down for that.
Yeah, me too.
I called it with, like, the bearded lady quote. I think you're gonna get it with the taco truck hit.
Like, maybe she won't hit Agatha, maybe she'll hit, like, Pietro or something, and she'll be like, you didn't see that coming or something.
Oh my god, that'd be so perfect. Bet you didn't see that coming. Huh. Oh my god.
And then Jimmy Woo. He's still outside.
Yeah, he's still outside. What was the last... So he was with the scientist. Like,
he was with Major Goodall, or Good, whatever her name was.
Major Skrull lady.
Or maybe they'll be, like, clean up. Maybe they'll, like, be trying to stop Hayward, and, like, then Hayward will, like, send in Mecha-Vision right before he can stop him or something.
Maybe. I don't know if that's going to happen. I feel like that'd be too much conflict.
Damn, it's the last episode.
I know, but I feel like we might not see Jimmy Woo at the end of this. Like, we might see him at the end, but yeah. I don't see him interacting further with Hayward directly, because it's like nothing's going to happen from that. What is going to happen is that White Vision's going to come in.
Yeah, Mecha-Vision.
Right, and so what's his goal? Right, so what is Hayward going to have him do?
Does he want real Vision? Like, maybe he's just like, I want two Visions now.
Well, that's the thing. If he was able to boot up Vision, I feel like he still wants to take out Wanda.
Probably, because I feel like Wanda's the only one that could, like, stop him from, like, using Mecha-Vision for his nefarious purposes.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is that Vision's going to then have to fight Mecha-Vision to protect Wanda, as they're outside now. That's a good point to make up. So that's going to happen, and then somehow Agatha's going to be defeated or tossed to some other dimension somehow.
Okay.
Or
she'll turn good. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. You never know. Wanda could change her reality brain bits to make her think, oh, what am I doing? Oh my god.
Yeah, we still don't really know what Agatha's goal is. Like, she just said, like, she just figured out what happened, and now, like, I kind of like that. Like, she hasn't, like, monologued and figured out her plan. Like, this episode was just her trying to figure out what the heck Wanda's deal is.
Yeah, so that's the big thing. Like, we don't know what her goal is. So that's tough.
Whatever it is, she's using the kids to influence Wanda or something.
Yeah, she's definitely using the kids against Wanda here, which is weird to think about. It could be... I still feel like she might be trying to get Mephisto out, you know? Like, maybe she needs to use the Darkhold to be able to get Mephisto out or something.
Gotcha. I also recently saw there's, like, in Agents of S.W.o.r.D., like, the Darkhold or whatever it's called is like, actually pictured there, and it, like, looks different than this.
Oh yeah, big difference.
But on the other hand, like, in Agents of S.W.o.r.D., there's a reference where he's like, it used to look like this, so it can change appearance, so that does not rule out that it could still be that. Yeah. I don't know. So I feel like there's gonna be something like that, and then it actually might end with Wanda making a deal with the devil. Really?
In order to get Vision back, but I don't know. She's either, I feel like, to morph Vision back with White Vision, right? She's either gonna have to do that herself, or she's gonna have to make a deal with Mephisto in order to get them to merge, right?
Yeah.
Well, then she's gonna have to sacrifice the kids or something like that.
Oh shoot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm very excited for the next episode to figure it out, see everything. Just I've really enjoyed this show. It started out a little slow, but like it made sense, and like looking back, like seeing it all together, kind of it fits well. Yeah,
It's ramping up. Yeah.
this is like such like an out there. Like I thought like this is gonna be weird, just like sitcom, but like now like it feels so out there. Like I feel like I'm scared that Falcon Winter Soldier is gonna be too like tame now for my taste. But I don't know. That could also like blow me away. Like I don't know what that's gonna be like.
No, I feel like Falcon Winter Soldier is gonna be a different mood. You know, where
Yeah.
this is more. I kind of want to say thriller because it's like we're still trying to figure it out. You know,
Okay.
like we're at the very end.
Like mystery-esque.
Yeah, like mystery. Like we don't know what's going on with Falcon Winter Soldier. I feel like there's gonna be that
More
aspect to it.
action and like kicking butt.
Yeah, it's gonna be more kicking butt.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's gonna deal more with the social political climate of the world.
Oh,
and
that's
give-
intense.
Yeah, but that's the point of it because it needs to open
Yeah.
up the window to how the world is like after the snap or the
Right.
the blip.
Yeah. I don't know how many of like the repercussions of this show we'll see in that. Like I feel like
Oh, I don't think there's gonna be any.
this show is gonna lead right into Multiverse of Madness. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like this episode. The music was really good. I thought. Feel bad for Wanda. That's kind of my thoughts on that.
Yeah, this episode really just highlighted how much Wanda really is like the victim here, but at the same
Yeah.
time, she's not just a victim to like her circumstances, but she's also a victim to her powers. You know,
Yeah.
this whole time I thought it
Yeah.
was Agatha who did the spell and used Wanda as like a tool, but now we see it was just all Wanda. But at the same time, she had no control over it. You
Right.
know?
It was just like a burst of like emotions and vented like through her powers.
Yeah, which is just crazy to think about, like that
Yeah.
amount of just raw power.
Yeah, that was a really cool, just like effect. We've never seen that much red wishy woos all at once.
So it's going to be nice to see how this is going to evolve. You know,
like yeah, I hope the like finale like is satisfying and can wrap everything up because it's a lot of theories and stuff like happening. But speaking of that, like we are gonna cover the last episode of the finale, so we will have one more episode on WandaVision, and we're gonna talk about just like what happened, obviously, and obviously we can't predict the next episode of WandaVision, but we're gonna probably theorize about like Multiverse of Madness and like how the MCU as a whole, like Phase 4, will be affected by like all of this and stuff, and like potentially talk about like Black Widow and like what the heck that's even gonna be now.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
No.
Anything else you want to talk about WandaVision episode 8 before we do Patron Shout-Outs?
yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It was great.
All right.
That was it.
All right, Patron Shout-Outs. Cue Epic Star Wars music. Boosh. We got Patron Lori, Frank, Rick, Lisa, Evan, and Tony. I forget if I repeat any names. Sorry if I did. But yeah, thank you for pledging the tier. This is a shout-out. If you want to support us on Patreon, you can links in the description. You get episodes early, special perks, get to vote on certain polls, all sorts of cool things like that. Roll in the Discord and stuff like that. Yeah. Also, leave a review if you'd like to. I check. We don't have any new ones, which is totally fine. Follow our social medias, Instagram and Twitter. We post updates and special behind-the-scene things from the podcast. Really appreciate all the support. We might be doing like a TikTok or something soon. I was talking to my sister about it. I just like posting highlight clips because the people have been finding traction on that. So maybe I will edit highlight clips of that. We'll see. Yeah. Anything else you want to do before the outro?
Nope. Tell me when.
When?
We just talked about whatever we want to talk about, and now we're done. Blank.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. We really, really, really appreciate it. We'll be back next week for the finale. Thank you for joining us for just this whole like mini series and stuff. I've actually really enjoyed it a lot. So
It's been really fun.
yeah. All right. See ya. Goodbye.
Bye.